wow, okay, we've come so far with the user base has grown. I found that we've got some features, people have mentioned us, news websites have written about us. So for me, like that was my benchmark that is doable. It wasn't making money yet, but I just felt that, okay, with this publicity, I think it's doable, it's worth a shot. So that was, at that point, I decided to get funding. So I think I got my first funding from Spring Singapore. Yeah, back then they had this scheme, but I don't think it's available now. It's for youngsters below 26, so I was below 26. So then you apply and then they match $4 for every $1 that you put into the business, up to 50,000. So with that was the capital that I had. And then I built the company from then on. So you can hire, and then you can, you don't have to focus on revenue. For me, I knew I needed to, as a music thing, we have to focus on scaling the users first. So that was what I did. With that investment, I chose to build the user base first, and then come a point where we're after maybe about 4 months, then we start looking for the revenue. So that was what we did. Yeah, but some companies can make revenue from the start. That's very good also. It depends. It's a different model. Yeah. So that was how I did it. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah, there's a question there.
Yes, I got a question.
Ivan, yeah.
Yeah, hi. I know one of the ways to get our music staff to be committed is to pay them a higher salary. But what if the company is not making money and you can't pay the staff? How do we get the music staff to be more committed?
Oh, the staff to be committed. Okay, to me, people are not incentivized by, this is my own personal take, people are not incentivized, okay, it depends, but I would say that money is not the main driver for people, youngsters these days, like Gen Y, I think you're Gen Z, but and I believe I am also backed up by some studies that have looked at what really drives people. And in this one study that I saw, employers think that money drives people, whereas what really drove the employees was a sense of appreciation that their work was value adding the purpose of the company. So to me, right, it's never about money, but it's always about whether the staff feel for the purpose of the company. Between these four walls, if you ask me, just between us, are we the best paymasters? I would say no. Can they get a better job for the equivalent work elsewhere? Yes, for sure. Yeah, in fact, that's a challenge I battle, almost every day for the past few months. It's like, oh man, how can we raise the salary so it's more competitive? But do we have enough business coming in to raise it on a regular level? So I totally understand that kind of feeling, but I would say what has kept my staff going, and their credentials are really good, so why would they keep working with me? In my opinion, it's really because they see the vision of the company, where you want to bring it, and of course along the way, it has to them, they see that the vision is being fulfilled slowly but surely. Yeah, and I think when you are able to share that vision, give people a purpose, let them know how directly they are contributing to this purpose, and usually the purpose has to be beyond the company. Like for us, it's to connect people to live music, giving local music a bigger stage. So, when we are better able to help people get connected to live music, they themselves as live music lovers, they find that, hey, my job has a lot of meaning, When I say something, it does make people, send more people to concerts, it does help to fill up venues, it does, help artists get bigger, get a better following, and from there, be able to make more money from music. So, they see the purpose, and that's what keeps them going. So, that would be my answer, yeah.
Any other questions, guys? Oh,
yeah.
Hi, Clarence. I think I'd like to invite everybody in the audience to give you a round of applause first.
Thanks very much. Thanks.
I think I was, myself and everybody here really appreciate how you shared about your personal story. I still remember your story about Helsinki. Yeah. So I think that shows how much, I can relate to you. I really liked your sharing. My question is to do more with a decision-making process. I think that a lot of entrepreneurs nowadays, when they want to go into business, some of them, they want to do a lot of research. Like I myself, I want to go into a certain industry, and I believe that it's very important to do research, to do your homework before you go into something. But I also get advice from a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of successful entrepreneurs, who say, just do it, just go ahead and just do it. How do you find that fine balance between the two, or would you preside one over the other? I'd like to ask that.
Okay, so it depends. I would break it down into different circumstances. So let's say if you're looking for investment, right? The main thing we have to, as much as you have a great idea, you always have to you have to size the market. That's very important. So how many people do you think you are reaching? So that kind of thing requires research. Either you do a survey, or you get some statistics, or you do certain things and you are able to get a case. Let me share with you something really fresh that is, really something very recent. And going back to my first point in this conference about, just sharing the idea. Don't be afraid people will steal it. So I share with you one of my current ideas that I was working on. I wanted to work on this startup that basically is like an Airbnb for bands. So basically the tagline is find a band for your event. So if you have a wedding, or you have a private party, or you have a company D&D, you want a band, you leverage on our existing database of more than 1,000 bands, and you can sort by genre and sort by price and see reviews, and from there you book the bands. And we, for the bands, we help them get very efficient payment systems, so they don't have to have like payment problems, because when someone books the band, we hold the payment, and then we, when 24 hours after the show, the money gets transferred to them. So it's very straightforward. The bands don't have to worry about invoicing, chasing, and all that. So this is the idea that I have, right? And I called it Band Sherlock. So the URL is already registered, bandsherlock.com. But anyway, so I'll give you an example. I had to market size the thing. So that's where the research comes in. I asked myself, okay, so who would use this? Let's say, okay, people having weddings. So really, how many weddings are there in Singapore? Okay, don't say Asia. Let's just look at Singapore first, because we are here, right? Unless you want to move to somewhere else, then you find the other city statistics. So Singapore. So I went to research. 21,000 weddings. Okay, great. So what else do you think who else would book? Oh, corporates. Okay, so corporates. So how many companies are there in Singapore? Check the stat. 459,000. Okay, great. So out of all these companies, how many think are actually active companies? So just do some research, make a ballpark guess. Okay, let's say 30%. Okay, 30% of 400,000, that is what? 130,000. Okay, so 130,000, do you think everyone has a D&D once a year, or some may not have, so pair by another 15%. So you do that kind of thing, and then you eventually reach a figure. And then so that's a lot of research that goes into different things. And then you think, private parties. So how many people have private parties? How many are there? So how do you find that out? Do you go by survey, or how about by venue? Venues may be better. Go to hotels, find out once in a year every week, how many weekends are they full in a year? How many function rooms do they have on average? So do for 5-star hotel, 4-star hotel, 3-star hotel. People don't use hostels for events, right? Okay, so you can rule that out. So from there you get a number, and then you kind of add that all together, and then you see, okay, based on that, how many people do you think would use it? So that, and then that's how you get a figure, and then you think, okay, if I make X amount from each event, how much, blah blah blah. So that's how you get the kind of figure. So for things like that, right, you have to really research. So I would also go and look at sites in the US or in Europe. Okay, who are the good sites? So we have some competitors like Gig Salad, blah blah. So I'm going to study their models. Just sign up, just sign in, pretend to use, apply for this, apply for that, and then from there you just see how it works. Oh, how is the business model? Oh, they charge the customer more than the band, or how much percent and stuff like that. So do a lot of research. Then I see all different. Then I have even a table whereby I list like all the various competitors, and then I have a different roles. So do they have a prepayment or post-payment? Do they do, what's the percentage? So I have different things like, do they charge up front? Do they use a credit system? What do they use? So I'll have a whole table where I can see like, okay, this is thick, this across, this is thick, this across. So my startup, where does it fall under? So I do things like that. So that's a lot of research to kind of understand. Then from there, a good picture, okay, is it worthwhile? Okay, then so that's one. Then you need even more research, which is like talking to people. So I'll think, okay, so who do I want to talk to? Okay, talk number one to customer. People who would go for this kind of events. What do they want to do? So for me, I talk to companies, because companies are the ones who hire, right? Let's say I'm a company, I am whatever, Capital Land, I want to have a D&D for my staff. So talk to them, ask them. So just that time I was working with Capital Land. And then I talked to them and realized, actually it's not that they don't want to use a website, but it's just that they like the convenience of an events company. Someone they just settle for them. They're like, though they can get a better deal, they don't really want to. So time is up. But in general, so that's the kind of research that you find out, and then I guess once you've done that research, right, I think where the entrepreneur is coming from is that you've done research, sufficient research to make yourself confident about it. Once you're confident about it, then that's where the decision making comes in. Don't deliberate, try first. Like what I said, validate before you activate. Try it out. If you need be, just service a few people manually. Say, hey, you're looking for a private function, right? A band? Okay, let me help you with it. And then you say, okay, you just do for them. Even if you don't have the system there, or the system looks there, but behind the scenes all manual work, just do it anyway, you know? And then from there, you service one client for another, then you start learning and growing. And that's how you balance that out. So hope I got your question answered. If not, we can chat more later. So thanks very much, guys. It's a pleasure.
It's alright, thank you. I'm sorry to rush you actually. But another huge round of applause to Mr. Clarence Chan. Hold on, Mr. Chan, actually, can you stay on stage? We'd like to present to you a token of appreciation.
Yep, may we now invite Navita, the Vice Chairperson of this year's organizing committee, to join us on stage to present the tokens of appreciation. Navita, please.
Guys.
Applause, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Clarence. Thank you, Navita.
Okay, so far I'm pretty sure you guys have, listened to them. You've got your nuggets of knowledge into your head, and you guys have a lot of energy stored up. You've been sitting here all day. So we're gonna move on to, of course, the Big Idea Challenge.
That is right. And before we begin, just a note: the groups who actually want to sign up, we have the registration that is still open. So if you want to do it now. Go ahead. You have the time to kind of roam around. We're just going to move on to a quick game before we start on the Big Idea Challenge. But right before, okay, who here is new and this is your first session? Raise your hands up. All right, quite a big crowd. Who here does not know what the Big Idea Challenge is about? Okay, so the Big Idea Challenge is basically a sales pitch. So you have this original idea, completely innovative, off the charts, new, never before seen. That is actually the key idea. You cannot have any business that is currently working that is associated with it. So today's theme is on social entrepreneurship. You need an idea that is related to social entrepreneurship. It has to be new, original. Okay, so if you want to present on it, you have 5 minutes on stage. Can do it by yourself, can do it with your group mates, but a maximum of 5 people are allowed on stage. If you want to present your ideas, please go ahead, sign up when we're in the midst of the game. Another thing is, this is a great opportunity, like what Clarence said. It's always about presenting your ideas. It's always about not being afraid to tell other people what you have to say. And the idea of this forum is to let you have that platform. You have people here, like-minded entrepreneurs, to-be entrepreneurs, youths, people who are going to know what you're going to talk about, people who are going to be interested in what you have to say. Go ahead, share with us. So please, head on over to the booth. So now we're gonna do a short game. Is that right, Brian?
Oh yeah, I think so. We are gonna need a couple of volunteers once again, maybe 5 of you.
All right, so can we have 5 volunteers to kind of come up on stage?
Don't worry guys, there are prizes, cash prizes, mind you.
It's not going to be a bet. Oh, nice!
There we
have
go.
Volunteers, enthusiasm.
Business
a round of applause for their awesome enthusiasm. You can make new friends on stage. Come on.
Come on.
Let's go. The guy in blue. Oh, the guy in the blue shirt. You don't turn around and act like you don't know who I'm talking about. Both of you know what? Let's have 6 people. How about that? You guys kind of look like twins. You as well. Come on, the one in blue shirt. Let's go. Come up. Yay! A round of applause for our awesome participants, shall we? Thank you.
Alright, we actually did this yesterday, so some of you guys might be familiar with what they're gonna be doing to win their prizes. Hey, I'm from SP2. Hi.
Okay, making new friends, guys. Nicely done. Okay, your name, please?
I'm Hongzi from SP.
Okay, hi Hongzi. You know what, let's do this. Let's make this more interactive. So when they say, my name is, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Isaac. So when they say, my name is Isaac, you guys go, hey Isaac. It's kind of like
A therapy group. Let's do this.
What?
Like a
Yeah.
therapy group.
Okay, so your name is?
I'm Isaac.
Okay, and your name is?
I'm Hong Zi.
Guys on the floor, come on!
Yeah, the people on stage
his
are
name
going
is
crazy.
Hong Zi and? Okay, your name?
Wilson.
Okay, everyone, 1, 2, 3. Not bad, not bad. Okay, your name?
My name is Mala.
Okay, everyone? Just now you were so good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. Let's go. Your name?
Shanice.
Shanice. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Last but not least, your name?
Leonard.
Again lah. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Somewhere
So, yes. Oh, thank you. Some of you guys actually know what we did yesterday, so I'm just gonna tell you guys that we're gonna be having a surprise dance battle.
Did you guys didn't
Okay,
come
you don't
yesterday, right? Okay.
Some of you are already backing off, I see.
So, for the dance battle, we're gonna have some music. Can we have some music, please? You guys just, whenever you feel like it, come out, freestyle it, go back. Okay, and then we're gonna have a clapometer to see who wins this competition. Wow, planning already. Good job, guys.
choreography
Teamwork is key. Can we have some music, please? Thank you. Dance. All right. Oh!
All right, come on.
Guys, okay, we see some synchronicity here. We see a team dance.
Great
Awesome.
job, guys.
Any more? Chin.
Change up, come on.
Okay.
Not like that, lah. Different move now, bro. Okay,
Can we
next
have more
person.
moves? Different
Another move,
different
come
moves.
on.
Anything, come on. Teapot, I don't know. Sprinkle, yes, sway to the side, snap. Can we make some noise for them, please? Let's encourage them on stage.
Okay, you gotta do your move now, man.
Okay, planning.
We're gonna be having a pole dance coming up.
Pole, let's go. Okay,
Thank you for
great
being such a
job.
great pole. The two ladies?
Any more?
Alright.
Thank you.
Oh, they still wanna dance. Keep going.
But if you still want to continue, we can go all night. Thank you for your performance. Good job, guys. Another round of applause for our awesome participants right here.
Alright,
Good job, guys.
Since you guys, choreographed it all, I think all of you deserve the same amount of prize. You guys agree with that?
Yes, do you
guys agree
agree?
with that? Alright, let's congratulate all of them with another big round of applause.
So they will each be getting a $5 voucher to Capital Mall. So you can spend it at any Capital Land malls, and that's awesome. Thank you, guys. Alrighty then. See, making friends, networking. Guys, do you want to continue this off stage? Thank you, but setting great examples for you guys. You want to get your prizes off stage? Yeah. Thank you for seat down. I hope you have a great day. Alrighty. Okay, so do we have anyone who actually would like to participate for the Big Idea Challenge? Head on over to the booth right now. Anyone that's not very clear what the Big Idea Challenge is about? No? Okay, so actually right now we'll take a bit of your time. We're going to talk about the Twitter, how you're going to set up Twitter. Who here is new and did not really get the message about how you should set up Twitter for the white paper discussion later? Set up Twitter for the white paper discussion later. Anyone? and we'll be able to tweet during our live Twitter feed for the white paper discussion.
Well, Valerie, actually, just now I went around talking to some people. They said that they don't really have a very clear idea of how this is going to go down. So I feel that we should at least explain it to them one more
Yeah,
time.
sure. All right. So as the slide says, the first thing that you have to do is to log in to your Twitter account. You know what? Why don't you guys all raise up your phones? We can do this test run for a bit. Okay, so guys, take out your phones, raise them up, wave them like you just don't care. Thank you. Thank you to Raj. Thank you, Navita. Come on, guys, can I see your phones, please? Yeah, thank you to our lovely volunteers at the back.
All right, now we need you guys to just log in or sign up for Twitter if you don't have one. Thank you very much.
So right when you're done with logging in onto Twitter, look up so I know when to move on. Can we have some soft music, please?
Very soft, thank you.
Thank you.
Very soft.
Seats, get comfortable, get settled in, Thank you, thank you. Okay, so it seems like we're going to move on with our program. We're going to give you more time to set up your Twitter account later on. But now we're going to move on to the big idea challenge.
Yep, so if you guys would just put your phones down, we will give you more time to do it later. We will explain it as well. So, the first person we would like to...
Now we're actually going to talk about the rules, just kind of break it down for you. Can we have the slides for the rules, please? Thank you.
Time limit of 5 minutes. At the 4-minute point, the bell will ring once. At the 4-minute 30-second point, the bell will ring twice. And when your time is up, the bell will ring continuously.
That is correct. And yesterday's theme was actually on youth entrepreneurship. So we might have a few groups today who are going to talk about youth entrepreneurship instead of social entrepreneurship. But those of you who are actually but for those people who signed up today, you're going to talk about social entrepreneurship. So we have 2 different categories coming up. All right, so now we're gonna introduce you guys to our lovely judges. Can we invite the 3 judges to take their seats at the yellow seats here in front? Hi, we're calling out to Mr. Darren Lee, Miss Ferlin Ho, and Mr. Xian Liang. Okay, so while we wait for our esteemed judges to arrive, let me tell you a joke. Do you guys want to hear a joke?
Oh no.
Can I hear some more enthusiastic response? What do you call a bear without teeth?
A gummy bear.
You got that right, Brian! Get it? Get it? Can you guys laugh? LOL,
Let's face it.
LOL.
Make her feel better about herself, guys.
Sorry?
Make her feel better.
Thanks. But I'm actually quite funny. I'll tell you guys more jokes later. I'll prove to you that I'm funny. Just give me a bit. Okay, it seems like our esteemed judges have arrived. So a quick intro. Ms. Ferlin Ho is actually the manager of the Events and Communications Department in Nanyang Technopreneurship Center, NTU. Mr. Darren Lee is a partner of Rashta Lin, one of our esteemed sponsors for this event. And Mr. Xian Liang is a CEO of Reactor, the company that's actually helping us with the Twitter feed. Thank you, judges, for being here today.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to ask for your utmost attention when these people are presenting. Give them some respect, of course. So, without further ado, let us move on to our challenge.
Actually, before we go on, should we, talk about the prizes to kind of entice people and tell you guys what you are missing out? Should we? Come, let's look at the prizes. Can we have the screen? Okay. So the first prize, the winners of the first prize will actually get $100 worth of Capital Mall vouchers, 2 Kickstarter workshops worth $2,000. You heard that right, $2,000. You're gonna save up on $2,000. A consultation with the mentor from Ideas Inc., 5 Aladdin big 3D wooden puzzles, 5 16-inch thumb drives, and 5 corporate NTU pens. Gig?
16 gigs, not
Gigs.
16 inches. They're really small
Oh, 16.
thumb drives.
I'm sorry for that.
I mean, those are really big thumb drives.
16 gig thumb drives. See, I'm funny, you guys are laughing. Thank you.
There we go.
The second prize we get.
Well, in second prize, you are not forgotten. The $50 Capital Mall vouchers, 1 Kickstarter workshop, 1 consultation with a mentor, 5 Aladdin medium 3D puzzles, and of course the 16-inch thumb drives. And
They are
5
huge. They store tons of stuff.
They are huge, guys, come on. And 5 NTU pens for your next project, I suppose.
That is right. And the second runners-up will get $25 worth of Capital Mall vouchers, 5 Aladdin small 3D wooden puzzles, and 5 NTU corporate pens.
Okay, guys, so without further ado, let us invite our first individual, Wei Liang. Let us give
A round of applause for Wei Liang. So, introduce yourself. If you want to face the crowd, all right. Introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi guys. So I'm Wei Liang and I'm from Singapore Poly.
All right.
So,
Thank you, Wei Liang. Sorry, you have 5 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now.
Okay. So today I'll actually be sharing with you an idea I had called Fraps. So what is actually Fraps? Fraps is actually 100% pure fruit juice. Okay. It is made from the best and the freshest fruit. So why and how is this idea born? Okay, simply because according to the Health Promotion Board, we are actually supposed to take different types of fruit, 4 different types of fruits and vegetables a day. But according to a survey done by Zespri, the Kiwi brand, a third of Singaporeans are actually not consuming enough fruits and vegetables. So yes, and then so less than a third is actually consuming enough, and then the survey actually shows that 80% are actually aware of the health benefits, but less than 50% are actually doing enough for themselves. So there was another research done by the US Department of Health, and it confirms that 150 ml of a glass of 100% fruit juice can count as 1 of your 4 portions a day. So how can we do a part for the environment? So by buying fruits directly from the supplier, we can actually look after both the workers and the environment by choosing the right supplier. So by learning how the fruits are grown, the challenges that are faced by the suppliers, choosing the people who are committed to make a change, and having the minimum standards that are covering the relevant farm management, environmental and economic issue, we can actually do the part for society. So secondly, by helping people who are dependent on subsistence farming, we can actually get the most out of available resources to ensure sustainability. So lastly, so the whole thing about this Frap idea is that it is natural, healthy, and it's refreshing, not from concentrate juice. And the selling point of this idea, right, is that Fraps is actually how to say, it's a not concentrate. It's made purely from juice, and it can be kept for a longer period of time, like milk. So only when it's open, and then it can actually be it must be drank by like 2 or 3 days. But before it's open, it can be sold in supermarkets and stuff, as compared to fruit juice that you can actually find in hawker center and stuff that must be consumed within that day. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Wei Liang. Now we'd like to invite the judges to make some comments. Just give me a sec, I'm coming down with the mic.
Thank you, Wei Liang. I think that was a very good idea. Like I said, I'm still waking up, so my brain is still kind of warming up to this. Just to summarize your idea, it's actually a longer serving, it's a fresh fruit juice that has a longer shelf life. Am I right to say that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it can be sold anywhere in supermarkets, rather than having the person to actually go down to hawker center or buy supermarket juice. Currently, the supermarket juice are actually made from concentrate. If you actually read the nutrition value or something like that.
Yeah, I understand. So, what is your planned mode of distribution from the start? Is it through distributors to supermarkets, or is it through what's your intention to sell this, and how do you plan to promote your product?
Okay, the intention to actually sell it, right, is actually first through word of mouth. Okay, by actually because for this type of drink, right, it's actually the branding and the presentation of the whole